Nikki. I'm a 30-something-year-old female. Let's be real, I'll be 30-something forever. Join me as we talk about the ups and downs of being 30-something, the road to 30, and the expectations along the way. This is only the beginning. Tune in for more episodes to hear about being a boss babe entrepreneur, social media do's and don'ts, and not quite living up to the 30-something norms. Each week, we'll bring laughs, a few stories, and a couple of guests along the way. And welcome back to the 30-something podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that resonates with many of us. Navigating friendships in our 30s. In our last episode, we discussed the transition from being 20 to 30. And today, we'll explore how friendships evolve during this time. Because let's face it, friendships can be both a source of joy and a challenge as we grow older. So let's start by talking about the changing dynamics of friendships. In our 20s, friendships often revolve around socializing, partying, and spontaneous adventures. But as we stepped into our 30s, life got a bit more real and complicated. I remember when turning 30, I noticed a lot of my friends were getting married. They were starting families or focusing mainly on their careers. It felt like our priorities had suddenly shifted overnight. My best friend and I, we used to hang out every weekend. And now she has a baby. And our meetups have turned into coffee or lunch dates that require weeks in advance. Have you ever experienced a similar change? Because it's common to feel a sense of loss or even jealousy when friends move in a different direction. And let's take a moment to reflect on how these changes have impacted your friendship. Think about your closest friends. How have your relationships evolved over the past few years? Have you felt a shift in the way that you've connected? How do we maintain those connections? One key is to prioritize quality over quantity. It's not about how often you see each other, but how meaningful those interactions are. So, a few tips. Schedule regular catch-ups. Putting them on a calendar can help ensure that they happen, even if it's just a call or a lunch. Sending your friend a simple text message. Hey mate, are you okay? How's things? How's your last week gone? It can go a long way in maintaining that connection. And celebrate the milestones. Make an effort to recognize their birthday, a promotion, or other significant events in their life, even if it's just a quick phone call. I have a friend that we catch up every other day. We'll check in. Are you still alive? How are you? Has anything happened that's absolutely outrageous in work? What's going on? Any goss? If you're always in the loop, it makes you feel connected, even if you can't meet up that often. So let's discuss when a friendship path diverges. How can we maintain those bonds when our experiences are different? It can be tough when one friend is a parent and another is still living their single life. And all of a sudden, jealousy or feelings of distance can creep in. But one strategy is to be open and communicate. Be honest about your feelings and make an effort to understand each other's perspective. I had a friend who really struggled when I moved away. At first, I felt really guilty for not being available as much anymore. I felt bad that I was no longer there. I was also confused why she was suddenly off with me. But we sat down and we talked about it and we delved into what was really going on. And it helped both of us understand what was happening with our friendship. And moving forward, everything became a lot stronger. And our communication skills were beyond perfect. You need to consider how you can support your friends in different life stages, what you can do to bridge those gaps. So let's talk about making new friends in your 30s. It can be daunting, right? Many of us are busy with careers and family, leaving little time for socializing. But it's important to keep expanding your circle. How do you make new friends though? Do you join a club or a class? Whether that's a book club, a sports class, a cooking class. Shared interests can spark new friendships. You can utilize social media. Platforms like Facebook and Instagram can help you find local events or groups that match your interests. But be open to new experiences. Sometimes friendships form in the most unexpected places, like at work or community event. I recently joined the gym and got a personal trainer, and I was absolutely terrified. I don't like talking to new people. I don't enjoy it. I'm actually quite shy. So going into those situations, I hated it. I don't want to be there. But all of a sudden, I'm talking to new people, and it's great. And it's amazing how quickly bonds can form over a shared experience, because many people are exactly in the same position as you. So let's take a moment to share some stories from our listeners about their friendships. We connected with a high school friend at a wedding, and we've become inseparable ever since. Another person says, I moved to a new city and joined a local hiking group. Now I have a whole new circle of friends. I love that. Listener 3 says, I started a monthly game night with a few of my acquaintances, and it's turned into a great way to bond. Now they're my friends, not just people that I knew. These stories remind us that friendships can evolve and adapt no matter where we are in life. But it's also important to set boundaries in friendships. As we grow, it is essential to protect our time and our energy. It's okay to say no when you're feeling overwhelmed. Healthy friendships should support your well-being, not drain you. How do you set your boundaries? Well, communicate clearly. Be honest about your limits and what you can and cannot handle. Do not feel guilty. Remember that it's okay to prioritize your own needs. And evaluate friendships. Sometimes we do outgrow certain friendships, and that's natural. And it's important to recognize when a relationship is no longer serving you. So, to wrap up, friendships in your 30s may require more effort, but also rewarding. Cherish those connections and don't hesitate to reach out. Remember, it's never too late to strengthen those bonds. Join me next week when we tackle another exciting topic: career changes in your 30s. I can't wait to share more insights with you. Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, share, and connect with us on social media. And until next time, stay connected.